I have one other thing. And this segment is what I like to call the Tommy C psyop. And I've got to call out that this is just this is very funny in the sense of I have no idea how much this is actually affecting the guy, but it lets us kind of hopefully understand some rising drama characters of 2025. So for those of you who are unawares, there is this guy, his name is Tommy C. Tommy C has been doing YouTube with a podcast I called Tommy C SFTP for like a decade now. On the podcast, he talks about drama, he interacts with other drama tubers, commentary people, whatever you want to call it. And it's a thing, you know, there's not like too much to say about it. Like, Tommy C is probably most known for being called a pedophile by Mama Max, and then just going after Mama Max during his YouTube step aside thing. That just all happened. And, you know, over the years, Tommy C has revealed himself to just be a kind of weird guy. Just a really just weird guy who says all sorts of stuff. One person who takes a ton of interest in Tommy C for the negative is Queeman. Queeman has been doing a ton of streams where he keeps bringing up stuff that Tommy C does, watching random parts of his podcast to make fun of him, because Tommy C is a right-winger. Okay? And so just to go ahead and get this stage set, all right, to get this stage set, I went ahead and pulled up a recent Queeman vid that I put up about a week ago called Horrifying New Revelations in the Boblack Saga and Tommy C's Gross Response. So that way you guys can get a feel for how some of the criticisms that have been levied at Tommy C, how they hit. So let's take a look here. Rackle, good afternoon, love you.
Later on, when Nick was on.
Is this the same Queeman who said Rezi was molested? Yes, correct. It was the same Queeman that said that I, Reservoir, was molested. Correct.
I don't want to see.
I think, by the way, this is being portrayed as I guess Queeman knew it from the very beginning, and I don't know, like, I don't know if he did or not. To be perfectly honest with you, or I don't.
Seething.
I'd love to know.
Seething.
Months before, during the fucking, what was that chat? What was
Molding.
that guy who was like kissing feet or some shit?
Yeah.
It was like back in May or April, May, June, something like that.
April. All right, then he did call it because that's way before it was known. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is.
I don't want to see you in the dress, but
Yeah.
I don't want to see you in the dress, okay? But like,
yeah, that's what you're getting at.
To be extremely clear to everybody in the chat, I was not molested. I was not molested. Just so you all know. Just so you all know. Okay?
You're getting.
He called it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was during the Chugga.
Yeah, that was like in August. No, he knew. That was in August.
Is that good or bad? Says Chodele. It's a good thing that I wasn't molested. Bad for business, I guess. But I would prefer not being molested than to have a sob story that I can tell you guys.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. Yeah, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to say that I actually had info the whole time, that I was actually leaking, that I was tapping into some info that I'd had leaked to me, and was just saying it on stream. That's what he's trying to say. I didn't. Why would people tell me that shit? Obviously.
Yeah, like, Queeman didn't have info on this. We were already starting to call Boblax trans as like a joke because of how much he was making fun of Tipster for being trans. So Queeman, like, during the whole Boblax blow up, was on Chuds and literally just says, Boblax, how long until we find out that you're in a dress? All right. It was just a random guess, but it's not even that crazy at all to make a guess if you're already going to be calling the guy trans and making fun of him.
I mean, fucking not keep that quiet. But he's so desperate. Yeah, exactly. He's hurt. He's hurt. He's afraid. He's insecure, and so he's trying to find a way around it. He's trying to just rationalize it away. He's trying to rationalize it away. He sees the conspiracy that's building against him. That's the issue here. He sees the conspiracy that's building against him. He sees that his positions.
That's the deal.
It's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
It is a good deal, Kano. Thank you for gifting to Grackle. Good afternoon, Grackle. Love you.
Shaky. What do you mean didn't he say if? He said if it was in like August or September, then I knew. But it wasn't August or September. I didn't know. He sees the conspiracy that's building against him. Everyone's colluding against him because he's a right winger. Because everyone else is a lib now, and he's a right winger. So everyone hates him, and they're all coming for him. They're all coming for him. It's like his worst nightmare. Okay, it's like he should be really afraid. We're coming for you. We have shot turned against you, dude.
No, this was during the Chugga Conway drama. This was before
Nightmare.
Everything.
And this is why I did want to bring this up. The one thing I just am completely aware of now from all the sleep streams that we do, I ended up looking this up, and I found out that the Nightmare thing is a reference to this Andrew, no, not Andrew, Eric Andre show. I got a Tate on the mind, dude. Eric Andre show skit about a 14-year-old.
Me and my friends used to feed LSD to this little retarded girl in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we'd lock arms around
Not 14, retarded, sorry.
her and go, nightmare, 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 nightmare.
I don't know why. There's something about the idea of Tommy C just being surrounded at VidCon with just a bunch of, again, most likely extremely pale, of diminutive stature, possibly twink-like men-ish people, just going ahead and just going, nightmare, nightmare, and just like waving arms and stuff. There's something about that rings wonderful for me. But, Queenan continued on in the vid, all right, to go ahead and cover more of what Tommy C had to say about him. Okay?
And we all know that, like, it's not a big reveal. We knew he shopped at Victoria's Secret. We knew he was non-binary. Everyone's seen the account called Bending the Binary, where he gave like a full descriptor on what he actually wanted.
So Nick doing his rounds on the holiday season, gone to visit his alcoholic, decrepit uncle. Can't look after himself.
Queenan is so mean, dude. Like, just, bro, Nick just went on his show, man. Okay, it's not that complicated.
Can't keep his own show running. So Nick's doing some charity.
Big black cloak, awaiting orders.
Thank you for the measly $14 bottle sucker. Thank you, hugely appreciate it.
Okay, what is Primordial? What is this? This looks like a good meme.
Can I talk to him?
Yeah, be nice. He's autistic.
Oh. Nightmare, 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 nightmare! Nightmare!
Okay, yep, alright, that's literally, yeah, that makes sense. Diorio introducing Chud and Queenan to Tommy, yeah, that sounds...
And then, like, also, he said that he had long hair because he was trying to present more feminine. Like, this isn't... Nobody found out that Boblax... I guess they found out he cross-dresses for sure, but no, people had their assumptions that was occurring already, with, like, things to point in that direction. It's not like this is a huge unveiling.
So are you undermining Queenan's Babe Ruth point out to the park of...
No, that was still way before.
Was real.
Yeah.
No, Queen...
He tried so hard.
Nobody found out that Boblax... I guess they found out he cross-dresses for sure, but no, people had their assumptions that was occurring already, with, like, things to point in that direction. It's not like this is a huge unveiling.
So are you undermining Queenan's Babe Ruth point out to the park of...
No, that was still way before.
That was real.
Yeah.
No, Queenan didn't know about that.
No, he did not.
Messaging me being like, what the fuck did you tell him? And I'm like, I
And just so we're clear, the narrative that Queenan is trying to put out there is that Tommy C is terrified of Queenan. That at all moments, All right, Tommy C. He hears the name Queeman, and this is the face that he's gonna give. Why is my fingers not working? All right, shock, terror. All right, look at this. Okay, high-eyed, hasn't been sleeping. Deep ruts inside of his eyes. All right, he's terrified. He's eating potatoes live on stream to go ahead and assuage that terror that's inside of him, the nightmare that he sees. This is a man who has faced war, and now he faces Queeman. All right, which is worse? Let's find out.
I didn't tell him anything. And I started probing him after. He probably remembers this. I'm just like, so what do you know? And he's like, oh, that was a total guess, mate. I was like, oh.
Now I do. Now I know.
So you literally just...
Thanks, Nick.
I thought I played it well. You could ask him if he started suspecting anything, but he's never ever said anything like that again. So it didn't. I didn't come away from the conversation.
So it was like an ad hom. It was just name calling Bobax what he was doing.
Well, the thing is, we're talking about non-binary.
It's not an ad hom. He was just making fun of him. He was making a joke. Todd, good afternoon, love you. He was making a joke based on everything else around him to try to just get one in on Queeman. That's all that this is, man. It's not that complicated. Queeman just says shit. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's not. For instance, I personally have never been molested. That was one time Queeman got it wrong. Do I blame him? No. Look at me. Remy, good afternoon, love you. I can understand it, you know, it's...
Talking about... Actually, that was before non-binary, wasn't it?
I don't know, like, when was that argument? Because I thought it was during the Chugga Conroy stuff. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he's trying everything. Did you... Wait, I just realized what he did there. Yeah, he just... Dude.
Thanks, Nick.
I thought I played
Wait, he's actually trying to... He's literally trying everything. Dude, it's so crazy.
Now, mind you, this is just the newest part of this saga. As Primordial mentioned in chat, several months ago, about 6, there was actually a confrontation between Queeman and Tommy C. All right, which I have right about here for us to go ahead and take a look at. So there is some history to this. I figure let's look into the past. Maybe it'll help us see the future.
And I'd love to know what they are. Well, he's more than welcome to come and call in.
Let's go, base. Let's go. Okay. Oh. Why's no one joining? Hello, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. I just got out of bed for this, so.
Thanks for hopping on, mate. You know, I'd obviously heard you had some issues with Tommy here, so.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. What's going on?
All right, let's talk about it, sure.
Sure, Tommy, it just seems like you came on stabbing around in the dark for the absolute worst interpretation of what Slasher did with basically no evidence. And you just presupposed the idea that he got direct information from Twitch, and then also presupposed the idea that Twitch directly told him to stop talking about it.
I mean, I think that's a pretty... What would make an independent journalist just cut something like that off?
Well,
I mean, obviously I'm speculating. I'm not going to sit there and deny you that I'm speculating.
No. Okay, well, you may be saying you're speculating now. You didn't initially speculate. You also didn't speculate on your stream when you said it, just like a day ago. So
well, everything I've said is speculation.
No, you said.
So you can show me where I said.
I can pull up a quote. Yeah, we can do the transcript search. Fuck it, why not? Give me a moment.
No worries. See, this is why I wanted to get you guys in the room together because there's been a lot of talk.
I honestly,
you've got no idea.
Chud had no idea what he was doing here. Chud had no idea. Man, Chud had no idea what was going to happen to his...
This guy is Tommy, right?
His protege.
I honestly don't. Okay. I'm not trying to be a fucking jerk off here. I've never done that in my life.
I don't expect you to, no problem.
Okay. I'm Deb. Just get his quotes there. Whilst you're doing that, Green, was there any other kind of points of contention you wanted to throw in there?
No, just Tommy keeps pitching this as the only explanation. So when I say definitive, I'm not saying he says I've seen evidence for this. He says that's the only explanation.
Well,
that's the only reason.
Well, it is speculation.
That's not.
If I don't have it definitive, then it is speculation.
You're saying there's no other explanation. That's saying it's definitive.
It's the only one that's reasonable to be, but it's certainly not. It's the only one that's reasonable to be.
With the evidence we have, there's no other explanation. That's.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The other reasonable thing is that Slasher just lied and said that he knew way more than he did, which kind of makes a lot more sense. What they're referring to is Slasher had at this point come out with some words against Dr. Disrespect, saying that Dr. Disrespect was messaging a minor inappropriately or sexually. And then Dr. Disrespect released a tweet, ultimately, that said that he was messaging a minor inappropriately. And then everybody ran with that as Dr. Disrespect was grooming this minor or having some sort of sexual whatever with plans to meet up with them. And then none of that really ever got substantiated by anyone. And Slasher didn't even really stand by this when questioned about it, because he had already been caught in the same issues years before when he said that he would reveal why Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch in 2021, and then never did.
It's a definitive conclusion.
Well, I mean, you can take it that way, but I'm not saying I have.
That's not take it that way. That's what.
Well, I mean, look, you sound like you're splitting hairs. To be honest with you, I never said
that's
that
what the statement means.
That is my take. That's what I thought would happen. I'm going to continue to do that. That's speculation. I'm sorry.
It's not speculation. You're saying what you're saying.
No, well, I mean, look, that is what makes sense to me. Can I prove it? No, that's speculation.
Okay.
And you can say that. Is that a definitive statement? Absolutely. But you know, it's not like you're talking to a journalist here.
2 minutes into a 2 to 3 minutes into a room with Queeman. Okay. Bro, I was just speculating. I'm just making guesses. I'm not really a journalist. You shouldn't watch me because I'm just kind of shooting from the hip, right?
Jesus.
Sure. It also seems like you're constantly, you've suddenly, I haven't really seen you comment on the actual like case or the idea that Dr. Disrespect has lied for like the last 3 years very much. I watched quite a bit of coverage.
You want like I don't know. I kind of threw him on the bus, didn't I?
What?
I mean, as soon as I found out I'm posting memes about him eating cupcakes, it's not like
your entire last stream, your stream about his admission wasn't about really the admission or Dr. Disrespect. It was all just about, oh, these lefties who are actually fascists are trying to make us believe allegations without evidence. And that was like the entire stream.
Well, that wasn't a stream. That's first of all, that's inaccurate.
Right,
that was a tweet. That was a 4-minute tweet that I made.
I just watched 4 minutes.
It wasn't a stream, dude. It was a tweet that I made. You know, it's not that I'm primarily a streamer and you saw a video of me and you thought that I streamed it. No, that was in a tweet that totally disregards your entire opinion on this.
I'm for a change. I'm not trying to be rude. Let me finish.
Okay, I watched half of that. It's not 4 minutes. I'm talking about the video on your channel.
Yeah, the video on my tweet. And what I was
I'm correcting channel.
A channel?
At least the first 30 minutes of that video is you talking about lefties, calling them fascists, saying that Casey Tron is a fascist, saying that Vito is a fascist.
Yes, I did. I did. I think if you you gotta let me explain it. You have to let me explain it. Yes, I think it is fascist prior to the stuff coming out, and I made that abundantly clear, and I think that's interesting. You're omitting it. That these people were going after other influencers that were giving Dr. Disrespect the benefit of the doubt prior to his admission, and I think that the only thing it was like, come on, you know it, and I do. I think that is fascist to kind of push the allegations is the evidence type narrative.
What does fascist mean?
Well, oh, come on. I'm not playing fucking Bread 2 games with them.
No, I'm just...
Good afternoon, love you. A question that has been pondered by many a political YouTuber for years upon years. What is a fascist? Someday, maybe we'll have an actual answer. But until then, Umberto Eco probably proves that we actually won't, because there's no real... Like, there's a spirit to it, there's a energy to it, there's all sorts of other stuff that is just, you can just say a government's bad and want to not have it turn into an authoritarian hellhole regardless.
Oh, no, you are. No, I'm not saying. No. I don't know what it means. I'm not a bread tuber. I'm not a bread tuber. We're not getting.
Like, I just feel like personally, like growing up in like punk circles and stuff, eventually it did come to, why are we calling these different groups fascist and stuff? And you try to come up with an explanation, you never have one. It is like the worst question you can ask somebody is like, what exactly is a fascist? Because you're gonna have some people that are gonna like really hinge on like the spirit of the state. You're gonna have some people hinge on like right-wing economic policy. It's like just all over the place. It's very frustrating. Tommy is just getting triggered by a classic political game.
I'm having to engage with your definition.
I know. I'm not playing that game.
Okay,
I'm not playing games.
What's your definition?
I also think it's very funny that Tommy called Queeman a bread tuber. I think that's like this is what made this shine in my head, right?
I'm trying to be good faith with you, and you're playing trap games to try to make me look dumb.
What your definition of fascism
I think that it's fascist to demand people condemn somebody before the allegations are in. You can take that how you. I think it's fascist to demand that people condemn prior to the evidence. Go look up the definition. I don't play Red 2 games.
Okay, I'll Google define fascism.
Fine. That's
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes in. So this is how they met. We can see where they're at, and I want to be clear. The PSYOP is incredible. Actually incredible. So some stuff started popping up on my various feeds over the last week that I've been going ahead and reminding myself of. Female Unix, good afternoon, love you. Ties, good afternoon, love you. All right. And this comes from Chatter X6217X on Twitter. All right. They are a chatter. They might do content. I don't actually know. I didn't look into them that much. But posts like this, we're always talking about Tommy C. All right. Having Queen in a call with Diorio and just random other people. All right. As well as having this specific what you call meme that got projected out. Why is this not going out? Why is that click through? Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go. Let's roll into
it.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. I serenaded her.
She's a pretty girl.
What?
I'm not gonna say she's not a pretty girl. She's definitely my type.
Yeah, I'm
And also, that was the type is Kinetic Hell.
14, and he randomly sent me his dick over Discord.
She's 23. She's actually 23. This is a hell of a clip chimp. It's she's actually 23, but can I just say once again, the only way to describe this is with this clip.
Can I talk to him? Yeah, be nice. He's autistic.
Oh. Nightmare.
Because that's where that is. Anyways, along with this, it does seem that even Chud himself is starting to get in on the PSYOP. Though at this point, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what is and isn't PSYOP because it's just all
this
very
Tommy
funny.
C PSYOP, I feel it's run its course now. It's got to come to an end. Creeman is on this concerted effort, and others from his community are on this concerted effort to convince Tommy C that there's some sort of like campaign or behind the scenes thing against him, right? And I honestly think, I mean, he's not spoken to me about it. I've not spoken to him at all about it. I'm just concerned that he might actually think it's real, and I don't know if he can take that. I don't know if he can handle. I don't know if he's up to hand. I don't know if he's got it going on up there to handle it. You know.
So this is a very funny thing, and there's a specific angle, right, that is actually being pushed with this, and this allows us to introduce to you Kinetic Hell. I don't know why. I hate it. I hate it, and it's dumb. But as noted in that one previous clip, that was obviously clip chimped. I don't believe Tommy C sent his dick to 14-year-olds. Is it possible? Yes. Do I think it happened? No. Kinetic Hell is someone who I found this clip of and wanted to show you it because this is probably the whitest Hyperborean thing I've ever found.
Sometimes I feel like there's no hope for the future with the state of global warming. But then I remember that Daddy Musk is taking us to Mars. Fuck riding your bike. There literally is a planet B. Throw that shit away. Fuck it, into the ocean.
It's got very Hyperborean vibes. But Kinetic Hell is somebody who gets criticized pretty heavily for clout climbing, right? Trying to talk to big creators, not really making your own content. The content that she does make often gets criticized all hell. She doesn't defend it. She just kind of lets it roll through. Okay. So, Kinetic Hell interviewed Tommy C a couple of months ago, and I wanted to take about 2 months ago. I wanted to go ahead and show you a little bit of what that looks like.
Fake it till you make it. It's a term we often hear thrown around in regards to content creation.
Yeah, she's kind of an up-and-coming YouTuber.
Kinetic Kel?
Kinetic Kel, why you know her?
It goes without saying that you have to inflate your own ego a little bit when you start contributing to the online space. I mean, YouTube is funny because me and millions of other nobodies decided, yeah, I'm just gonna spew my stream of consciousness, share my thoughts without establishing any kind of prior credibility. Maybe people will listen. What happens if people do start to listen? Well, for some people, if their little endeavor here on the platform happens to be successful, they move with gratitude and a plan for the future. Alternatively, however, in some rare cases, YouTube's success amplifies the mutation of a gene that would have lied dormant in most of these individuals up until now. You guys remember the weird covers of those Animorphs books? In these rare cases, a metamorphosis begins to occur in which these individuals can't distinguish reality from the hypertension-inducing bubble that is the YouTube drama commentary sphere. Thus, on the seventh day, God created Lolcow.
Okay, alright, now I understand why people hate Kinetic Kel now. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. What the last minute of my life, this is actually a psyop, unironically. What?
And their presence shifted internet culture forever. You know those people that just can't stop making decisions that ensure the worst possible outcomes for themselves, whether that's on a personal level, a financial level, or a reputational level? See, self-reflection and ability to learn from your errors. These are characteristics that the Lolcow is inherently devoid of. The name is pretty self-explanatory. Someone enters Lolcow status when they become a consistent producer of lols or general amusement. Often,
this is going... Whenever the Tommy C like death documentary gets made, I truly hope that this specific soliloquy monologue is in it, because wow, she's really like covering exactly what I'm talking about today.
These individuals are extremely easily baited into outrage, almost begging to be milked, thus exhibiting their inability to gain insight from their missteps. What better case studies than the specimen, the hosts of a Keemstar cultivated podcast, befittingly titled Lolcow Live, on which the viewer can bear witness to the bizarre, often surprisingly conceited perspectives and dynamics of people with
Lolcow Live isn't about lolcows. Lolcow Live is just about triggering Boogie to do stupid shit, while everybody else just sits there and collects a paycheck. That's the entire point of Lolcow Live. Is you just have like one person who is uniquely weird, and you just make fun of them every week, and everybody gets money for it. Froggy-Mon, good afternoon, love you.
absolutely no self-awareness, who often find themselves at the center of online scrutiny. And I have the privilege of gaining insight from a first-hand source, so warmest welcomes to my very special guest, Tommy C. Do you want to just start by introducing yourself and your channel?
I'm Tommy C. I run a YouTube channel called Tommy C's SFTP, which is essentially a podcast.
Bro, what the fuck is this? I didn't pre-watch this at all. What is this audio?
I ripped my entire style, really, because I just wanted a stupid show like Howard Stern. But you know, I really couldn't get any traction with hockey. That was kind of my sports and dude bro. In the army at the time, and I kind of wanted to.
The other thing to know about Kinetic Kel is she is also constantly drinking. Okay. I thought it was a joke. I was wrong. Okay.
Kind of recapture that sort of locker room feel.
The sports pod.
It wasn't a word for it at the time. They were becoming woke. That's not the way guys talk offline. Guys do talk like that. They're virtue signaling, and I wanted to do something different. I think that's what I provide now. Sort of a secret picture that I would tell everyone. Like, I really dug YouTube drama. Like a girl. Did really like drama.
Okay, all right, I'm good. I don't even want to watch this. I'm sorry. No, the audio is that bad. Anyways, so Kinetic Kel interviewed Tommy C. Now, there were 2 interviews, but only one of them remains up and on her channel, generally speaking. The other one has been taken down. And you may ask yourself, why was it taken down? Well, thankfully, Operative Ryle Kittenhouse, all right, of the Secret Bureau of Gay Affairs, went ahead and interviewed Kel himself, which led us to understand a little bit more about the PSYOP.
Does that sound familiar?
I'm like, dude, this.
Skip through to here.
You can get all aggro, but I got a couple questions, Kel. So, one, how much time did you spend around Tommy C, and do you find him to be, just say, sexually forward at times?
No, Tommy plays like a Howard Stern bit on his show. So like the whole like, oh, I'm.
Does he have like a Sibian?
Huh?
Does he have like a Sibian?
A Sibian?
Yeah.
What is
the
Sibian?
Howard Stern thing?
I spent zero time around
I'm so glad that she doesn't know what it
Tommy
is.
C. He was nice enough to help a smaller creator out with an interview. That's about it.
Okay. Did you say that you were going to reach out to his wife at any point in time?
No.
Okay, that's what he had alluded to.
Oh, did you hear that Kinetic Kel deleted the interview, both interview videos with me?
Really?
Yeah, I think that was necessary, but
Nobody even cares.
I wonder. I wonder. Well, you know what it is. You know, I wonder if people are kind of twisting the whole thing into, you know, I was talking to her inappropriately.
They were. They made a joke about it, and then now that you're acknowledging it, they are going to say that you were absolutely doing that. Because it's a nightmare to get these sort of accusations, regardless of how long you've been around.
And she was a Patreon. No, I really wonder about that. And then wait a minute. Somebody told her that, and she took it down because she doesn't want to fucking, you know, hurt my marriage or whatever, which never would have, because I didn't do anything out of the ordinary, you know.
No.
Then why do you think she took it down?
She probably heard the shit about, because of those videos, you're getting roped into drama and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
So both of them are wrong. The reason Kinetic Hell took it down was because Morale was looking at Morale and Aiden were basically watching every video that she made on stream, and were just relentlessly insulting everything about her, from production quality to her being a drunk to whatever. She just started deleting random stuff off of her YouTube, and to the point now where it's like honestly a graveyard. Like, there's so many just missing videos. It's nothing, it doesn't even have to do with Tommy C, but it is funnier if we make him think it does have to do with him, just so we're clear.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it wasn't necessary. Yeah, well, it wasn't necessary to do that.
No, either way, it wasn't necessary.
No.
It had to do with your fucking marriage. That's gay. It's not gonna happen.
That wasn't necessary, but whatever. I mean, I did ask her, I was like, why am I roped in your drama when I didn't know anything? And she talked about something that I don't know if she was familiar with what's going on, but then we watched her on Lyric's stream, you know, and I think what happened there is just she probably didn't realize that Colton was a Spurg, led him on a bit for sure, and like, you know, I guess Colton realized when he flew all the way out there, it's like, no, this girl's not putting out, not to you, and then it dreamed up a whole scenario where
you hear he said today that you are hot and you were his type.
Bro, joked about that a lot. Like, the only reason he responded is because I'm Irish. But no, I never. I'm like, wait, because that was like this is
You're
all
not in
lulz.
trouble, by the way. You're not in trouble.
I'm like, these are all lulz, but I'm like, no, I never would have like said that I never would reach out to any member of anyone's family. To clarify.
Kinetic Hell, don't let him get away with it, Tommy. The lion complete 5 pounds. I love how everybody got tied into talking to her inappropriately. That was funny.
I fucking just like leaned into it.
Oh, did you really? She's
I serenaded her.
She's a pretty girl.
What?
I'm not gonna say she's not a pretty girl. She's definitely my type. You know, visually.
Okay, Tommy.
I like how this guy's just like, Tommy, if you keep doing this, people are going to think that you actually were trying to fuck her. And Tommy's just like, no, I'm going to keep just whispering the sweet nothings. Just, she's really pretty, you know? She's just, like, she's my type, you know? Like, if I was, like, just a few years younger, if I, you know, was...
Sure. Oh, for sure.
She's definitely my type. I'm 48 years old.
So what?
I just gotta say, dude, this is the one thing that will always confuse me about YouTube culture. And maybe it is. Maybe it's me being a little bit of a Puritan. All right, maybe it's me being a little, less willing to engage with the hyper freak sexuality that the internet has to offer. Shout out Destiny. Why does this keep happening with boomer YouTube? Right? Like, it's like every boomer place I go to, it's just like tits, boobs, boobs, hot, pretty. Like, it's like a constant, like, just hypersexual whatever. I'm glad I didn't grow up in the fucking 80s, dude. I would have been a freak.
So fucking what? I'm not gonna bang her. Like, I'm fucking married with 2 kids. I can say like, what do you think? What old bats are my type? Oh wow, I love the fucking droopy tips and that 49-year-old. Come on, it doesn't change, you jackass.
Gotcha.
It's also really funny because, like, I feel Tommy C and all these folks went super hard in on Tipster for going after various smaller members in the community and whatnot. Like, I feel like that's, yeah, man, like, you guys are diagnosing the problems and then just kind of jumping up into them, dude. Bro.
So you don't feel that anything he said, do you feel that he like leans into some sexual memes, but like it's like an uncle thing, or do you not see that at all?
Is Ryle Kittenhouse?
Now, to be clear, when we're talking about him leaning in to sexual memes, one thing that's been going around, okay, and in terms of Tommy C.
That's the deal. It's a good deal. That's a good deal.
Tipton is
Duder, thank you for the resub. Let's go. Let me see if I can find this real quick, because I actually didn't like put this in the thing, but it does actually make a lot of sense with all right, here we go. So one thing that Tommy has recently been criticized for is making a reward for YouTube, where YouTube has this new thing where if you give a bunch of super chats a certain amount of time, the streamer can set a reward that then they would ostensibly need to follow through with, right? I don't do that yet. We might at some point. I don't know. Anyways, Tommy has learned about this, so the first thing he decided to do was to use this as a way to get his co-host at the time to describe her large breasts. So let's take a quick look at this.
And a couple guys have been on the team that absolutely despise him, right? And I would imagine Bobax would pass that up to like me, like me. But really, I haven't really been mad at him for years. Did you guys know I was missing a leg? I'm missing a leg, guys. Always don't mention that you're autistic in the bio is cringe. Well, here's the problem with that, Bobax. He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it like that. He gets goofed on because he's missing a leg, and he never bitches about it and says cringe.
To be clear, the co-host is of age, all right, for what it's worth. It's the... How do I put this? It's the extents of this that are kind of gross.
Why everybody knows about it? Me. I'm the one that knows.
Sourcing, good afternoon, love you. And Poncho, good
it is cringe when you...
Sourcing, making his co-host subscriber tits roommate might be funny if Tommy was funny. He isn't funny, so it's just weird and creepy. I want to go ahead and just move along from that, because I don't know if I actually agree with... I think that the whole it being funny thing is very difficult when, in reality, at this point in time, people are already making jokes about him grooming Kinetic Kel and, talking in the background about Tommy, right? But by this point, yeah, man, you probably don't want to do weird shit. This is like me saying, hey, I practice like weird occult blood magics and stuff. But doing that around the time, if somebody's like, hey, you remember when Rezi went Vampiro on that chick and like drained her blood after hanging her outside from a tree and drinking all of it? I probably wouldn't talk about blood magic after that, right? I wouldn't talk about it now. It's just weird. It's just the wrong thing. I have no ability to make good comparisons in my head, and I do apologize for this. I have failed the Cabal. Anyways.
Doing the whole autism matters bullshit. You guys, boy, Matt must have had a fucking bug fly straight up his ass. When you guys pretend.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like when I first saw this, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I just kind of logged it. And also, Verse wants to know.
Did I literally I must have clicked back far too long.
What?
Whether you want to do another 5 goals of super chats or not.
We paid it.
Keep them coming.
I don't have any more. I don't have any more awards to give away. He's gonna get so mad at me.
Raps, good afternoon, love you.
He is already.
He's gonna get so mad at me.
Yeah.
Well, what can we give away? I guess we reached the goals and then some.
Yeah. What was it? Verse said something whack, and let me find it.
What did he say?
Our slow reporter. Wait, no, who said it? Yeah, it was Verse. If we meet the goal, Genie will post hits. No.
Nice. I'll post that. You want me to?
No. I mean, honestly, sure.
How about you measure them for an exact measurement?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I can
Yeah, all right. Exact measurement. I want circumference, wheels. I want nipple size, the whole fucking 9. All right.
Nipple size, okay.
Everything. If your tits were in a lineup, okay. I want to like you know how they write everything down when you're in a lineup, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. All right.
Okay. Will do.
I don't know how the process of describing your tits is ever going to be funny. Like, I just don't even know how you would get this to be funny. I don't know if you were a funny person, if you could make this funny. It's not a very funny joke. It's just kind of weird, kind of odd. I mean, the joke at worst is just Tommy is what, a creepo? Is that it? It's just that Tommy's a creepy dude. That's the joke? Not a good look, Tommy. Not a good look.
But this is gonna. This will be okay. This will be worth it.
Meet that goal, I'll have to go get a measuring tape. So.
Yeah. I want like circles. I want like your mom helping you. All right.
Yes, everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yes.
The whole
my mom
9.
Can't help me,
the whole 9. A Genie. Will say will. MESSAR her tits.
Genie will measure her tits. Now, I want to be clear here. For those of you in chat that can't see it. Do you guys want to tell me what how to spell the word measure? Can we get some folks in chat spell out the word measure real quick? Measure? Yeah, like that. Like, yeah, Acro got it. Genie will measure her tits. MESSARE. Measure. Measure. Okay.
These are her boobs. Let's see. I don't know if Titty's gonna watch.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I don't want YouTube picking up on this because I wonder if they thought of this.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw that, I thought that he was trying to make the goal. Genie will massage her tits, and then he just like fucked it up with an R there, and I was like looking at the keyboard, and I'm like, maybe he let his fingers like they're just a little too fat, and somehow he skipped over the F and T for full time because like he streams for an hour a day, and just like skipped over that, like he skipped over it anyways. And then got over the R. I thought that he was talking about massaging them, but it's
we'll
sports cars. Good afternoon, love you.
Let you know about her boobs. There you go. It's on.
And notice Tommy added 3 words to skip over the humiliation of measure. Okay.
Next one's 10. Here we go.
Yes, JFA, I am above the age of 18.
Oh, I saw some guy going. You know, I was thinking of you yesterday, and we might start doing a thing where we do these. I'm thinking not chopping them points, but entire documentary videos. And there was one on TJ.
Okay. So, anyways, you know, we got a feel for Tommy. We've seen his laugh, and again, I will say this: some people are out there currently saying Tommy is actually part gremlin. And that is why he wears his human skin suit to pretend to be human. He was replaced with gremlins during a certain excursion out of country. Think about it. Anyways, back to the other person that learned his laugh from Tommy C.
Just me tooing Tommy C right now?
Yeah, it's just like a joke he plays. Like, bro, like I don't know if you watch like the Love Bones episode, whatever. Like, it's just a bit he does. He does not like with more than one people. It's just like like if I was your age, I'd like whatever.
Who's now? I may be asking about someone who's very known, but who is his little co-host, the Genie girl?
Genie's a baddie that could get it.
He was talking about he talks about her tits a lot.
The hypersexualization needs to fucking end.
Like explicitly in those words. Like I think they're in it. Like I think you brought them up like 3 times just in the last stream, which was only an hour long.
Wait, no, who said it? Yeah, it was verse. If we meet the goal, Genie will post tits. No.
Nice. I'll post that. You want?
All right, and we did literally just watch that, right? So, anyways, let's get back to the relevant.
Yeah, but she clearly gets like uncomfortable, right? Like she may lean into it, but like he was like holding a donation over to like to measure her breasts. It was pretty sus.
You'd have to ask Genie about that, because I think it's just a bit that he plays up. I think she knows. Like, I think Genie is like a big girl that could probably step away if she felt uncomfortable, but I don't want to speak for her either.
Saying he's like sarcastically rapey.
No, she's super nice. I'm sure she'd honestly be down to talk to you about it, because I don't know how she feels, honestly. Like, that's.
I'm not gonna spend. I'm not gonna spend more than like 5 minutes on this. Like, it's super not a big deal. But I was just curious because.
He thinks it's funny. She thinks it's funny.
Well, he's brought up 3 times in this week alone how he thinks that because you took down your video with an interview of him, because you took that down, he was really worried that people might think that you were, he was hitting on you, and that you might tell his wife. Like, he's brought this up in like those exact words multiple times, where it's like it sounds like there was maybe a conversation he had mentioned where like it's like you, him, and one other person, and like maybe he sounded really concerned that he got a little too sexual in that conversation. Does that sound?
Ryle is just saying some crazy shit, and I feel it's such a good psyop where it's just like trying to characterize it to make him think that he said these things because it's funny when he freaks out about stuff.
Familiar?
I'm like, dude, this is all making me so sad. I'm like, no, I'm like, sorry. I look up to
And the worst part is most people that were watching this, you may be noticing this is from another stream. The streamer, his name is Dickers. He had Kinetic Kel on for hours, where people asked questions, called her a whore, etc., etc. And a lot of times she would just start crying when she didn't want to answer questions. A lot of people see this as the narrative. So when Kinetic Kel cries here, if I'm to believe everybody else that's A-logged her, that she cries to avoid hard questions she's afraid of answering, I have to ask myself, what happened during those Tommy C calls?
Me like a lot. This is like sad that sorry. I'm like mortified to think that like anyone would like take it some type of way. No, it's all like jokes on stream. I clarified that to like anyone that would ask. He's like plays it back. Sorry.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong or that he did anything wrong. It could all be a misunderstanding. I'm just trying to get
just let her finish.
Like, I'm just trying to get your input.
Let her finish.
No, sorry. It's just because like everyone
comforted, but okay.
No, I know. I think she just needs to get it out.
Oh, it made me so sad. I'm like, no, I'm like, sorry. I look up to Tommy like a lot.
No shot. No shot. There's no fucking way, bro.
So, just so everybody knows, Aiden is had to flee Germany when Tommy went there, but he was also infected with the gremlin voice, which is what caused him to make these sounds.
There's no...
I will not explain why Aiden had to flee Germany. At all.
Way again. He's ulting again. What? Why is that making you cry? Dude, there's no fucking way, bro. This is not real life right now.
Aiden needs to take voice lessons. Holy fucking shit, bro. Just learn to talk from your diaphragm, for fuck's sake.
This is not real life. I believe Colton about the Matt Pitt thing. 100. Dude, when people attack members of the Cabal, she like loses her fucking mind. Can you imagine her trying to watch one of my streams?
But with like the
Also, the Cabal thing is kind of a meme, and it's just Aiden just being like schizophrenic, but it's
audio,
kind of
the audio
funny.
was dumb
So
shit, obviously. Like everyone is like, oh yeah, that girl that did the Tommy C interview with like the bad audio. So I just took down like the full call. That's all I took. Like I just archived it. I'm like, I will gladly put it back up. I didn't think anyone was like really interested in that. I didn't take down my lolcow video though. Like I still left up my Tommy C video. Like I just took down like the full like unedited call because I didn't think it was like adding anything. But no. I would never ever reach out to anyone's family. Like I would love it. I love SFTV. Like I really like respect.
okay, that was the like. Did she just go from crying to laughing, from normal and back to normal in like 2 seconds? Kel should not be on the internet, bro. What?
Up to them a lot. So, yeah, no, it makes me sad to think that anyone would like misconstrue that.
Like I said, I'm asking questions in a probing way. He didn't necessarily accuse you of anything. So, you know, he had mentioned all of those things, you know, and I wanted to get your insight, but I do want to say Hellbent is in the waiting room, and I know she's aware and knows of Tommy C. So, Dickers, if you want to bring her in.
Anyways, so at this point, we are left with one question. What did Tommy C do? Tommy, do you think people are sitting behind the scenes, thinking about you, talking about you, making documents about you, seeing what you've been up to, watching your Kick gaming streams, watching all those hidden little gems on your arcade streams, looking at the, you know, all of it, pouring it over, part by part, piece by piece? Do you think that we're doing that? Do you think I'm writing Obsidian documents about this, Tommy? You know I make Obsidian documents for every day, Tommy. So you're now in my documents. Are you afraid? That's what Queenman wants to do to this guy. He wants to make him schizophrenic. And I'm going to be honest, I'm absolutely here to help with that. Because I think it's really funny. And also because at this point, Tommy is starting to exhibit Tom behavior. You guys might remember, it was almost a year ago that this channel decided that we have one thing that we hate in this world, and that's people with the name Tom. And we found out about a certain character known as Tom Foolery Show and what he was saying to Kelly Jean. It's a new year, and it's a new cycle, and there is now a new Tom.